Piece of Fort Myers history came crashing down while you were sleeping. We first told you about this story last week when we got wind the city deemed the 119-year-old building unsafe.
But this morning we're hearing from the Historic Preservation Commission. They say they never approved this teardown. Let's get right to Jessica, who is live in front of where that building used to stand on First Street with the newest information here. Jessica.
That's right, Chris, where that building used to stand, because you can pretty much see over my shoulder that demolition process is pretty much wrapping up. And in a letter to the city manager, that commission does tell us they feel because this building used to sit within the historic district, they should have had a chance to weigh in before any changes were made here. But again, out here this morning, you can see that tear down is pretty much wrapped up. Now, our crews were there overnight as the demolition was unfolding. The Historic Preservation Commission says that the owner of the building previously came before them to plan a proper future for the historic property, and that this agreement included a demolition so long as certain conditions of reconstruction were met. And they feel the city bypassed them and fear that this will impact planning to rebuild with historic integrity and design. Now, in its prime, this building from 1900 was a popular restaurant. It sat right next to the Franklin Shops, but with the demo happening overnight, those who remember it this way are feeling nostalgic.
It was a great place to have lunch or a beer, and a lot of activity going on there all the time.
And the city told us last week it was tearing down the building because it has termites, but the Historic Preservation Commission is calling this a violation of code. So pretty loud out here this morning. Again, crews on site telling me it should be an hour or less before they are finished up cleaning up from the tear down. Coming up in our next half hour, we also want to let you hear from people who fear that now this eyesore here on downtown Fort Myers could affect tourist season. We'll have that and more coming up in our next half hour. For now, we're live in downtown Fort Myers. Jessica Alpern, Fox 4 in your corner.
Certainly is going to be a dramatic change